couple of years ago, the good folks at RSI reached out to us and offered to help us out with a canopy, for which we're super grateful. And today, wow, they sure have grown. So we are going to go and have a look inside at this new facility of theirs, where they are now sending canopies built here in South Africa all over the world, which is a pretty cool story if you think about it. It's just amazing being here in the plant and realizing how many steps there are to making a canopy. Like, for example, this here is an entire canopy. Each one of these trolleys behind me here is an entire canopy, and if you know how much has happened to get to this point, it's really quite amazing. We're going to catch up with Mike and chat about his passion for these and some of the story behind it as well, which will be really cool.
So Devlin, this is our two range of canopies that are coming on range very soon actually. The Evo C on the left hand side, and with the Evo Sport in matte black. The Evo C is also available in matte black. Very excited about it. Evo Sport, I'll just start with that one. Comes standard with a sliding side door window. You've got multiple opening positions that you can choose. If you've got a dog and you just want to kind of have an opening, smaller extent, you can do that. Standard with roof rails, standard with a positive pressure air vent that really works very well. Also has a standard front cab slider. Beautiful cap. It has a Bonden side door glass and a Bonden rear door glass as well. On the Evo C, which is kind of more commercial range, which is also more so for the more rugged guy that goes to the bush, you have a rubber bonded in window at the back. And then you've got a rear mesh that you can also choose to add in, which is painted in matte black, really smooth, really neat. You've got an air vent as well, also standard feature. And what's probably most unique about this Evo C, we use a double skin panel, really stiff, absolutely no twist in this door whatsoever. And then very easy to accessorize. So it's got a smart pin on the side of it with a molly plate, so you can attach all your goods to it. All models have interchangeability. You can change doors, you can change smart components around, so it's pretty unique and we're very excited to launch it. Each canopy is packed into a box. We have individual boxes for the flange, front flange, rear flange, side panel and the other side panel, left and right, and then it comes with a fitment kit as well. This is a box that you open up first. There's a set of instructions, there's a set of fitment kits, as well as the clamps to clamp on the cap. Big D rubber that goes on the bottom of your cap to seal it against the bed.
I think one of the most amazing things for me is that the canopy you see here behind me on the floor comes in one of these boxes, because they get flat packed, which is pretty cool. So this is for a Chev GMC Silverado, so that guy's off to America. But the amazing thing is you can go to one end of this factory and see the metal coming in the door, and then on the other end it pops out as a canopy and then gets broken down again and put into one of these boxes to go off to its new owner, which is really amazing. A lot of people have started ordering these to actually arrive at your house and putting it together themselves. So not only are guys going out and buying these from your local 4x4 store, but they're also getting them shipped to their house, putting them together, and it's so cool. I love this sort of stuff. I'm like a gear nerd. Just love the engineering and everything involved. It's so awesome to be able to see it here live actually happening.
Wasn't in production of canopies, we're actually producing toolboxes and other mainline industry kind of items, and we highlighted a fiberglass cap at the back into the Kalahari, into Botswana itself, and full of dust, and loading the tent on the top. What a mission! And that's kind of where we figured we can do this better, you know? Yeah. Our path took us along the road of stainless steel for many reasons, and for the load carrying capacity, for the workability of the material, the welding, the forming. It's worked definitely in our favour over time. It's a good question. funny enough, the roof, I guess, I mean, I load so much on the roof, and I climb up on the roof. I was just this weekend, we were camping down the south coast, and I found myself on the roof removing things off it. The fact that I could just walk across it, have a load on the top of it. I think probably the second best feature would be the door. It's very practical, but it's a really big door that opens up, and on that door you can kind of mount any kind of accessory to it. So from a practical point of view, I guess the door and the roof, you know, from a loading point of view, yeah. Design, I love the fact of design. What motivates me the most is innovation, is kind of developing a product for a market that doesn't know it needs it until it sees it, and then when it sees it, it goes, wow, that's what I want, you know. It's got to be the laser. I mean, it's just so much fun. It's a fiber laser. It's probably one of the quickest in Africa. It's a really, really quick machine. We can cut canopies within minutes out of that machine. It auto loads, auto offloads. I mean, it's just a fantastic machine. The forming technology is also great. The latest technology today is remarkable. We design in 3D using a particular software. That's 3D software gets translated into a bending program that the machine reads it. You just enter in the digits and it'll be able to produce the program that's required to bend up the parts. So it's a lot more fun, a lot more dynamic, a lot more quicker, you know. Beach or mountains, I love them both. We often debated, are we going to the mountains this weekend or are we going to the beach? And this past weekend we went to the beach and we absolutely loved it, and we wondered why we don't do it more often, but we love the mountains equally. So the adventure of exploring new roads, new territories excites us a lot as a family. We've always travelled and always tested product. Every weekend we're testing product. We absolutely love it, but I love the surf as well. I love the sea, so a good campsite down the south coast or the north coast, a bit of fishing in between, and then the mountains, we love that equally. So 50-50, depends on the weather, I guess.
Having been able to chat to Mike and understand the background and the history, it's awesome to sit here, stand here in the showroom, showing like the progression of the canopies and where they came from, how they got to where they are today, which is like producing canopies for all over the world. It's just incredible, and it's really humbling. It's cool to know that a little product like this that had such humble beginnings is now going out onto the back of buggies all over the world.